Well, now you know why they call me the Gimp. Okay. My name is Claude. I am definitely an Elmerite. One of us older guys. You know, polite guys, they hold the door open. Please, thank you. You're welcome. You don't see a lot of that happening anymore, which is unfortunate. Over the last 2 weeks, I've received some heartbreaking news. My best friend in the world, Andre Laflamme, we've been friends for over 40 years. We have a bond, not through DNA, but man, we can't get tighter brothers than us two. His actual older brother called me and said, Andre's in the hospital. His heart is working at only 20%. So yeah, off we go, right to the hospital. Go see my brother. Now I'll tell you how close this man and I are. He is the only person in this world, man in this world, that I would trust sleeping under the blankets naked with him. Yeah, that's absolutely real. So we're in the hospital, we're looking at laying in bed. He pulled through, he survived, thank you. But he was laying there and he absolutely looked like death on a cracker. And I was scared. Yet at the same time, my warped, deviant mind twisted. And I texted his brother Luke and I said, you know what? I says, if I have the energy to come back and see him again on Friday, I said, I think I'm going to hire a 5 foot tall, 200 pound, full of cellulite stripper to stand at the foot of his bed and read poetry naked to him. To say the least, I'm in the mood, right? We all started feeling a little better about that. It just gives you an idea as to how this thing works. And to waste this mind is a beautiful thing. Indeed. Now, where's Uncle Kai at? Uncle Kai. Hi. Come around front. Right out in the audience. Go stand right beside the couch.
All right.
Couch.
Couch.
Now, in all due honesty, I want you to tell me what you think. You don't like my socks?
Oh!
Please don't problems. Oh my good Lord. So my wife and I, on May 6th, are you going to be okay, honey? Next time you go to a show and you see my name, Claude the Canadian Gimp, where's my pants? I have no idea what I can do. But, you know, I think it's important to say, May 6th, that just passed a while back, was my wife's and I 31st anniversary. Thank you. Yeah, I got lucky, man. I got both looks and heart. It's a goddamn good woman. That's why I only eat her 1 toe at a time. And I'll tell you right now, in all due honesty, it has been the absolute greatest 20 years of my life. Do the math. No, but seriously, I asked my wife once, I said, honey, why did you marry me? Like, honestly. She said, well, she says, honey, she says, you're funny and you make me laugh. I said, oh. I said, I thought it was because I was charming, good looking. She said, see, there you go. And a couple of weeks back, I didn't talk to her for 3 days. Not because I'm immature. I did not want to interrupt her. Oh. Save her. And now I find I'm going to be, in 2 months from now, I'm turning 60. And it scares the shit right out of me. And it does. I never thought I'd get this old. I really, really didn't. Yeah, shit happens, right? But now I find myself at the age where I'm begging my wife for sex. And I know I must have annoyed the living snot out of her, because just last week I was begging her, oh, come on, show me a titty, give me something to work with, you know? And I knew she was annoyed because she turned around, she looked at me, she said, oh, it's okay, she said, piss on her. That's a rather strange request. No way, okay, strike that one. And we like keep things moving sexy in the bedroom. And so I asked her the other night, I said, just for fun, would love to, like to try some anal sex. She looks around, fuck that shit. I said, that's the spirit. I'll just throw a few more out there. I'll let you guys throw rocks and bottles or something. Yeah. At this age, you don't really feel a lot anymore. Like, for example, I have a incredibly rare autoimmune disease. That's why I have this walker. Pardon me. I have pictures of me in my late 40s, late 20s. I was a bodybuilder and I was a big, massive prick. And I was. This disease steals your nerve endings, nerves to your muscles, and eats your muscles away. Which I found bizarre, but I noticed as in the last couple of months I've lost a lot of feeling in my left hand. Which is unfortunate, because I am left-handed. And I think the only benefit I can think of from that is that, yeah, shit, it really does feel like a stranger now. All right, so I got that mic stand back, but I'm going to give you guys what I call a comedic joke, which is a controversy in terms where communications is concerned. Strangers in the night, exchanging rubber. Give me another. This one fits you. Picture it, if you will. Battlefield, World War II. You've got a trench sitting here. You've got your standard Canadian soldier in there. He's got his 303. Click, click. Click, click. And all the artillery from the other side, from Germany, is zeroing in on his trench. He's looking around, he's like, oh my God, I've really got to get out of here. And he looks over yonder, and about 100 yards away, there's another trench. He goes, I can make it. So he's out of this hole, and he's crawling, he's monkey walking, he's rolling around in the dirt, doing absolutely everything he can to get to that other hole. He jumps in the hole, and he's exasperated, he's out of breath. And all of a sudden he looks up, and here's this great, big fucking native guy looking down at him. And this boy's saying to himself, I'm fucking dead. I'm dead. Then he looks up and he notices that the patch on a native's arm is Canadian. He's like, oh, he says, thank God, brother, thank God. He says, how long have you been here, man? He said, I've been out here by myself for 2 weeks. The native man looks at him, he goes, the guy's like, ah, shit, he doesn't speak English. So he's thinking, and for anybody around my age, he says, I know, I'll try and talk to him like they did in the old Roy Rogers movies, with a tense. So he looks at the native, touches his patch, touches his own patch, he goes, you and me, we're brothers. We fight on the same side. Native looks at him and, yes, brother. He says, good, it's working. So who's your company, man? Who are you with? Native looks at him. The guy goes, yeah, hand signals. He says, infantry? Foot soldier? Infantry? Native kind of looks at him. He goes, airborne, you're a parachutist, right? You go, parachute. He looks at him again. He says, I know. He says, you're an observer. You are here to look. At that, the poor native just goes a lighter shade of pale, up out of the trench, takes off through the woods, dives into a river, swims three miles downstream, comes up at company headquarters where he's now being charged for desertion. Chief of the clan walks in, and he's going to talk to the young brave because the chief can translate between English and the native tongue. So the chief walks in and says, young brave, crime white men say you have committed is most serious. You tell chief what happened and do not speak like a white man with a forked tongue. And the young brave looks at him. He says, chief, he says, crazy man jump and hold with me. He says, he looks up, he touches his colors, and then he says, we are brothers. We fight on the same side. I look at him, I go, brothers. He says, and then chief, the white man look at me and he says, young brave, tonight when the sun goes down and everybody leaves, I'm going to fuck you up the ass and throw your cock out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, would be my time. Thank you so very much for coming. All right, let's give it a try.
Keep it going for Claude, the Canadian Gimp, ladies and gentlemen.